Afternoon, everybody. This is Susan and Jerry out on Butler Family Farm on a very warm, 90 feeling afternoon in May. I think we're done with all the cold stuff, and we've decided to use this bed, this tote bed, high-rise bed, whatever, for some asparagus. Jerry watched a video, was it?
Yep.
Tell him.
I watched a video and the guy was talking about asparagus, and I thought he was doing them in a ditch, and then he said that they take 3 years before you can actually harvest them. So I thought, he said you can get asparagus that was 2 years old. And I thought, well, we'll order some of those and try it in this tote. Just have nothing but that in this tote. We'll grow it this year, and we'll cut it all back for next year. What we got to do next year, have it come back, and we should get spears next year.
So
it said 3 years it takes to get, to have to be 3-year-olds to get spears.
So I found a packaging.
So I've got 3 in here already. 1, 2, 3.
Amazon. They're called Washington asparagus. I don't know if it's Mary Washington or if it was from Washington, but he's got his trench.
And they say cover it with 2 inches of dirt.
2 inches of dirt each one.
So I'm just going to cover the whole trench up with 2 inches of dirt.
We'll have to mark the trenches to make sure we got the... Well, when it pops up, though, that's when you add some more.
Once they sprout, then you go and add a little more dirt to level it off.
Okay. So we got them in the mail the other day, yesterday I think it was, and I opened up the package, and as it states in the review of this particular Amazon dealer, it was very putrid smelling, so I pulled the... what are they? Crowns. I pulled the asparagus out. We got 10, and I pulled them out, rinsed them off, and put them in a jar, let them dry out.
4 in this one.
And then Jerry says, well, we probably need to trim up some of the dead stuff. So well,
that's what he did. He trimmed up short. These were a lot longer. They were about this long.
Yeah. So I hydrated them, and he was able to cut. Did you cut them dry or wet?
Cut them dry.
Cut them dry, okay. So after he trimmed them, sorry, that was this morning, I think, I rehydrated them in one of my little mason jars, another purpose for a mason jar. And then we came out here, and they need kind of an airy, loamy soil. So Jerry worked up probably about 4 inches for the top of this tote, because the top of this tote looks like this. And then he added a bag of perlite down here, and that's what you see. And so now he's just making his other. How many more do you have? You got 8.
You have 3. You got 4 in there and 3 in here. That's 7. Should be 3 in there.
There is 3. That's it.
Okay, I'm gonna put 1 in each hole here.
Yep, there we go.
It should be.
And
that's all that's going to go in here.
You even cover up the crowns?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, at least that's what he said. You covered it up with 2 inches of dirt, which I did.
Well, I saw a video or somebody talking, and I can't tell you who because I don't remember, but they said that's kind of a myth on strawberries. It doesn't matter if you cover up the crowns. They're gonna, as long as it's pointed up like potatoes, which that's the next thing I'm putting in. I have to rake up my place, kind of de-weed it a little bit or de-grass it, and I went and picked up potato spuds at the feed stores, as well as my Beauregard sweet potatoes. Beauregard grows very well in Missouri, so that's what I've done the last few years.
We're going to do this, and we'll get our Epsom salts. Put our Epsom salts in here.
Okay, and do you want my sprinkler water to use so that
Well, I just take a hose, and he said soak it.
Okay.
This dirt's pretty wet, so it won't take much.
Okay. Well, there's no sprayer on the end of the hose.
Oh, that's right. So I don't know about this Epsom salt, so I'm trying to do what this guy said. He said you put Epsom salts, he didn't say how much, he just said, some Epsom salts in it. So I went there and put a little bit of Epsom salt on it and see. It's supposed to be a good fertilizer, he said. So now we're going to water it in and see what happens.
I'm going to do my garden tour video for Gail's Southern Living, her collaboration that she's doing. Sorry, let's go down a little bit here. Part of this video is going to be showing you the updates on most of the garden out here that we have behind the house, but part of it I wanted to add in my potato planting. I am again doing the method shown by Mary Ellen of Prepper Potpourri. She did a video last April. I did try it and I wasn't very successful, so and that was because I'll show you, I was planting in ground that has all this grassy area. It was actually underneath where this geocloth is, but the Johnson grass got to it. And my original thought for my potato patch, and it will be the potato patch next year, but there's just been so much rain and all that what Jerry tilled up for me has been taken over by, you guessed it, Johnson grass. So my potato patch is going to be a little bit smaller this year. I'm going to use this raised bed, IBC tote, and this one. And I've already planted this one right here. Let's see if I can tip this a little bit better. I have, let me see here, videotaping at the same time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 spots that I have potatoes in, and I'm not sure how well it's going to take off, but we're going to try and try to see how it goes. And now I'm going to plant my second one, which is over here, and I'll talk you through how this goes. So we've weeded this bed out quite a bit already, and just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put just a really thin little bit of layer of straw out here, just to help keep some of the weeds down. This dirt that we have in our raised beds is a combo of topsoil and mushroom soil, and the percentage of topsoil is more than the more than the mushroom soil. In the first bed, I graded in some perlite. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm going to use the straw. Hopefully it will help obviously keep the weeds down in here to a minimum, but also help the dirt, get crumbly and all that good stuff for the potatoes. Now the way she has it set up is that you do start with a layer of, depending on how much you want, a layer of straw, but she puts it in piles, and you set your potatoes. This is an above ground planting method. You set your potatoes on top of the straw after you put some manure on it. Now, I tried to find where Sparky, my boy llama, is doing his business, because I have used llama poo before in a tea type form where I dilute it down like a cup of llama poo to I think it's a gallon of water, but I couldn't find where he was making his piles this morning when I was out there. So I went back to review Mary Ellen's video, and she uses rabbits because they raise rabbits. I'm not raising rabbits, but you can use chicken manure. So I went out to my chicken house and brought and raked up a bunch of manure. Now I think I'm only going to be able to get 9 in this spot as well, and I have seed potatoes from last year that are, you know, just red potatoes. I'm going to see how they do. But also I bought some Kennebec, K-E-N-N-E-C. I'm not, you know if I'm spelling it right. And unfortunately, I left them outside and they got wet. So then I brought them in to dry. And to be honest with you, they were in pretty poor shape when I bought them. So I'm just doing a mixture of potatoes, and we'll see what kind of harvest we have. Some of the little small ones I'm putting together. I don't know how well they're going to do, but I can get about 9 spots in here, and that's what I'm going for. This one's kind of mushy, but we'll see. I know I had some yellow gold potatoes last year and some red potatoes. So those are these ones are the yellow gold. These ones are the red potatoes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if I can find some Kennebec that. I do have some of the Kennebec. Kennebec? I'll have to look that up. I want to be able to pronounce it right. Try that one. I do have some in that spot over there. Obviously, my potato yield is not going to be 200 pounds. Let's see if that is so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, the rest of these we'll find other places. So I'm going to, now not all of this chicken manure is, you know, it's not real fine, but I kind of know what my spotting is from over there. So she says, Mary Ellen says in her video to place them about 18 inches apart, and so we're gonna try that there. Put these guys here, and then these guys. So I have like 3 rows. I'll stick this guy over here. We'll see what happens. Kind of like spacing them out as best as I can. This tote is like 48 by 37, something really crazy. So a little sprinkle of manure. And I don't want to get, because it's chicken, and it's, I don't know if it's relatively fresh or not, but I took it off the top of my piles in there, so I'm going to say it's relatively fresh. Let me put this guy right here. Yeah. So we'll see. I may just need a little clump. So the first layer is straw, the second layer is your manure, third layer is going to be your potato, and then we're going to put another layer of straw on top of that. And the first layer should be, this first setup should be about 4 to 6 inches high. And then we'll just water every day or every other day, depending on what our weather is. And once we start seeing the tops of the potatoes, then we'll do some more straw, some more manure, some more straw. And we can build, according to Mary Ellen, we can eventually build them to 12 inches high. We should be able to do that here. If I have to put some supports in, I will, but 4 to 6 inches, and then we get 12 inches high. Okay, so there, Get these guys over here. Okay, so I'm going to step away for a minute and get some more straw, some dry straw, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did do like a faux layer on the bottom, but I'm not going to do that on the tops because I want to be able to see where my mounds are at. You know, I may have to come back out here and put some markers of some kind. Not sure what, but if I mark each row, I think that's what I can do is with my red solo cups that I use for starting seeds, which are not starting any more seeds this year. We're past that point. If I have to restart something, I'm gonna just put it in the ground, and that's what Gail from Gail Southern Living does, the collaborator, the coordinator of this collaboration. She just restarts with seed. So I may have to do that. So I do have red solo cups that I can stick on the edge of these guys to mark my rows where my potatoes are. Okay, so the farmer across the road fertilizes his soybeans and wheat, I think, with chicken litter. And you know when that's happening because it just happens to be the most breeziest day of that time of the year, and so everything stinks like chicken litter because they go out to the chicken houses and pull all that out. It might be too big, and I don't think there's that much ammonia right now because I don't smell this, but I don't want to burn my one shot of, you know, doing potatoes, because the next thing we need to work on is the sweet potatoes, and I have my sweet potato slips already, and probably need to get them started in another week or so. Okay, so I just need to get some red solo cups to mark my rows, and I'll do that. Don't know if I'll have it on this video or if it'll be on the next garden tour video, but that's how you do Mary Ellen of Potpourri Prepper, how she does her on-ground potato planting. So for the rest of the garden tour, the maize video, this is our asparagus patch. We're still waiting for something to pop up. Told Jerry that we'd give it another few days, and well, he's gone to Sherman Family Ranch, down to Josh Sherman's place this weekend to help with cleanup. I would order some more asparagus starts and have them ready for when he gets home. This is the Black Beauty zucchinis growing really well. It's part of the Grow TV contest, and my radishes, watermelon radishes, are doing great. That's another one of the contests in Joe's Grow TV 24. My tomato plants are starting to flower out, and I've got some stakes in some of them. This is a new one, cherry tomatoes, the red Roma tomato, I think it was, that I got from the high school. It didn't make it in this pot, so it is now cherry tomatoes. We don't eat a lot of cherry tomatoes, but I do like to have some. These are 2 of the marinara tomatoes for the survivor seed deal, and it's supposed to be carrots in here, and I'm going to have to plant another row of carrots, I believe, because they're not popping up. I do have some red kidney beans over here that I started as seeds and brought out, part of the Survivor Seed 24, but I also have a separate garden for that. And then over here, my cabbage is going really good, and it looks like my little bush beans are coming up. I'm excited about that. And I planted some yellow squash. I think it was a Baker seed packet I got from somebody, and that's coming up here. My dill plant that I bought at MFA, it's a Bonnie plant. I don't know if it's going to come and make it, but we'll see. And last but not least, this is cucumber in a self-wicking tub. I'm going to get a couple more out here, but I just planted this. I started it from seed, and I had a dill in here because that's a companion plant, but it didn't make it. It wasn't a real healthy dill plant, so I'm not surprised, but I will get something else going out here. But for May, this is my garden tour video. Hope you all enjoy it, and we'll see you in June.